Alright, so I'm going to do, or one of my tests are going to be for the auto guidance system calibration. So to begin with the calibrations, you have your IntelliSense monitor here. First, you'll go to Toolbox, and you'll go to Drivetrain, which is one of your selections down here. And then you want to make sure that your auto guidance type is set to edge guidance. You'll have multiple different types here. You have not installed, which it is installed, edge guidance, row guidance, EGPS, IntelliSteer, and EasyPilot. You want to make sure it's set to edge guidance. When you set it to edge guidance, that will bring up both your calibrations on the separate screens. So after you set that up, you'll press back on the lower left-hand side of the screen, and then you'll come up to calibrations. When you come up to calibrations, you'll press the down arrow on the right-hand side, and then you'll bring up your multiple different calibrations. You have a down arrow over here that could go to different types of calibrations that you have, but the two that we're going to stick with is going to be your harvest guidance sensor, your turnable actuator, and then the harvest guidance sensor laser sensor. So to do these calibrations, you'll have certain rules that you have to do before you can start those calibrations. So for the turnable actuator, that's going to be the sensor in your steering wheel. That's going to know when to turn and when to keep it straight, when to veer right, left, or anything like that. The laser sensor is watching your header and making sure that you're not overlapping over certain crop rows. So to start this calibration, for some reason the system isn't recognizing the HGS, so it's not going to fully run the calibration. But just to show you how to do the calibration, you will basically just touch the turnable actuator, and it'll say turnable will turn first to the right, then to the left, and then stop in the center position. So the steering wheel is going to turn all the way to the left, all the way to the right, and it's going to stop in the center position. And then if needed, afterwards, to adjust the actuator bracket so the sensor looks straight forward. Then you'll press OK, and then it will run its calibration. Right now it won't, because it's having obviously it says HGS is not detected, so it won't run the full calibration, but just to show you how it works. And you'll go back up, and then you'll have your HGS, or harvest guidance sensor laser sensor. Same thing, you'll press this, but for this one's going to have a different type of rules. It'll say to stop the combine with the header down in front of a straight crop edge. So you want to bring your crop either side, left or right hand side of your header, and then you'll stop the combine there. Then you want to make sure the crop is in front of the combine, which is even and overlapped as desired. So if you want a little bit of overlap, that's fine, but if you don't, have it up even with one of the crop rows, and having the corn or beans or whatever crop you have in front of you right in front of your head. Then you'll stop the header or thresher, and then switch to autopilot, and then press OK to calibrate the sensors. So after you've done all that, you can press OK, and then it should run its calibration for that. So that was the only two calibrations you need for your auto guidance system. So then I'm going to go back to my main menu. And then to engage your auto guidance system, on your hand control here, you have this orange button that says auto on it. That's going to be your auto guidance button. You'll press and hold that button for 2 to 3 seconds until you have a steering wheel pop up on your screen that has 2 arrows separating from each other from the top. Once that is engaged, you need to have your combine slightly moving at like not even half a mile an hour. And then you'll have this button that says the words RES on the bottom of it. It's going to be on the bottom of your control. After you're moving, you hit that button, your Intellicruise should start rolling, and then your auto guidance system and your cruise control should be set, and it should be running.